some boat ramp. Yeah, and then I decided to come down here to this boat ramp. Now, when I first got here, there was only one vehicle, and now there's multiple people that are starting to pull up. But I'm trying to see if I can find the alligator. Why am I looking for an alligator? I don't know, because I've heard the theory where you see alligators, you can find fish. So if I can see an alligator, that means I need to grab my poles out of the back of my Jeep and go ahead and take a little try and cast out a few times to see what's happening. Loving this weather, even though it is kind of hot, but it's still nice enough to be out. So here we are, nice enough to be out. And the reason why I say it's nice enough to be out, because for the past few days, I was unable to get up because of my whatever disability that they claim I have. It almost fell just now. But anyway, life is one only because I didn't give up. If I would have gave up, like people gave up on me, and like how the doctors gave up on me, I wouldn't be here sharing my story with you. It's a beautiful thing. Don't give up. Self-care awareness. Understand where you came from. And I'm not talking about the family you came from. Um, I had to block my pops again last week, and due to the fact because he still tried to manipulate me at the age of 50. And like I told him, I said, dude, I have a whole AARP card, and you still trying to manipulate me. Self-care awareness, understanding that if you're trying to heal, if you're trying to fix yourself, you cannot heal or fix yourself in the same place or around the same people that broke you. The dysfunction, if you think it's normal, and then you look at everybody else and their life is abnormal, probably look at yourself and see where your dysfunction starts from. Um, Sad to say, I had to learn that my whole family was dysfunctional. The things that they taught me was dysfunctional. I thought it was normal, whatever normal is. I thought it was something that everyone else went through. Um, but when I left and I got out into the streets and I learned that a lot of things that we as black people, we come from slavery mentality, especially being in the South, Texas, Louisiana. I live in Texas. I've been in Texas my whole life. And it's sad that in 2026, so many people living in Texas, and yeah, it's hot out here. Yes, I'm sweating. But so many people living in Texas still have this I can't do this mentality because I have to, or I need to make mama proud, daddy proud. The people in Texas, so many people in Texas are so hell bent of making other people proud to where they miss the self-love. And I don't know if y'all get that. I gotta wipe the sweat from my face. But what I'm saying to you is, you keep trying to make other people happy, you lose the self-respect, you lose the self-love, and you also lose your self-control. Giving your life back to whoever you believe in. It's not my place to tell you who you should believe in, but if I tell you this, if we keep giving our life to the people that we call mama, daddy, uncle, auntie, or whatever, we will never be able to live the abundant life. We have to make sure that in the midst of everything that we're going through, we have to put God first. And if we keep putting people first, we will always have a miserable life. We will never be able to have a peaceful life. The one thing I can say is, I never thought that I could live the life that I have now, which is a life of peace, a life of loving myself, a life of not having to have others there for validation, not always being the one that says yes. Me saying yes to everyone all of the time, it made me lose my ability to walk. I was in a wheelchair. I had to use a cane. I had to do all of this because I did not know how to say no. I always said yes. And for those that are always saying yes, for those that are always trying to take care of everyone else, look in the mirror and say, I don't have to live in this fear anymore. Look in the mirror and say, I'm valuable. My life is worth me standing up, taking my life back. My life is worth me. What is this guy doing? Y'all, I see some of the weirdest things. But my life is more important to me versus having to run and take care of everyone else. When you stop running and taking care of everyone else, you can actually see the direction that God wants you to go. A busy body is the devil's playground. If you're always constantly busy, you can't hear from God. So peace, be still, sit down and understand whose you are and who you are. And y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Um, there's some weird stuff going on. I'm gonna go see if the guy that's in the water, in the boat, needs help or what's going on. But for y'all that knows me, I'm always trying to make sure everybody is okay. And that's okay to be like that. Just make sure they're okay. But it's not our job to take care of that situation if they're not. If he needs help, I can dial 911. I can make sure. Oh, he's doing underwater videos. He's doing underwater videos. Got it. See, that's why you don't never jump the gun. Okay, self-care awareness. Understand when it's your place to help someone and understand when it's your place not to. So just, I'm glad I did sit back and make sure that he was okay. But he's just underwater doing videos on his iPhone. Okay, so love you all to life on purpose for your purpose, because understand we all do have a purpose. And once we understand that purpose and realize that we do have one, we got to get out there and work it. Don't let people stop you from your purpose. If they tell you that it's crazy, well, it might be time to remove them, because I tell you, a lot of people told me I shouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing. But when I look at their life, they are so scared. They live in fear. And if you have fear, you don't believe in God. If you have fear, you don't have faith. Without faith, you won't go anywhere. Without faith, you won't move forward. Move forward to elevate. Don't just move forward to stay stagnant. Move forward to elevate. So with that being said, love you out of life on purpose for your purpose. And yeah, one day I am going to find somebody to cut my hair right. But I might just go ahead and cut it all off because it's the way that it's growing. But either way it goes, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't stop my purpose. It doesn't stop my identity. And matter of fact, what this tattoo says, walk by faith, live by love. Living by love was one of the things I had to learn to do because I was actually taught to hate and to self-destruct. That came from my family. So when you understand what you were taught didn't work, you learn something better. Love versus hate. When you love, you can have peace. When you love, you can have the abundant life. When you love, everyone else can love you. And you don't, and I'm gonna tell you like this, once you learn to love yourself, it doesn't even matter who loves you or not, because you love yourself enough. And once you learn to love yourself and you be comfortable in your own skin, everyone else is gonna love you the same way that you need to be loved. So self-care awareness, love yourself, other people will love you. The way you see yourself, other people can see you that way, but this is what I need everybody else to learn. You have to know who you are and look at yourself the same way that your creator looks at you. Until we meet again, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll talk later.